starting lineup for the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Leading off playing center field, number 4, Warren E. Batting second and catching, number 2, Parker Free.
Hello again, everybody. David Clary, Dylan Woody, Caleb Riker, Preston Fetters, Oliver Poggle here at Siegel High School for day number 2 of the TSSAA State Baseball Tournament. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge taking on the Shelbyville Golden Eagles as we get ready for elimination baseball. The Wildcats falling last night 11-8 to Germantown, Houston. So the Wildcats have kind of put themselves behind the 8 ball. They've got to continue to win, and they've got to win 5 ball games in a row. And hopefully that can be done, and we look forward to seeing what the Wildcats can do. Mikey Teasley will start the ball game today. Let me run down the starting lineups. First off, for the visiting Shelbyville Golden Eagles, leading things off and playing center field will be Stephen Bobo. Batting second will be the shortstop, Blake Bone. Batting second will be the catcher, Caden Peacock. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, Case Davis. We're going to stop for a moment for our national anthem. It's our national anthem here from Siegel High School, getting set for Oak Ridge and Shelbyville. The Golden Eagles wearing all blue, almost Carolina blue, more like Carolina Panther blue. The Wildcats will be wearing, as I look for their jerseys here, Wildcats wearing their gray pants. I see that. I haven't seen the tops. I guess we'll have the gray tops as well. Continuing on with the lineups for the Shelbyville Golden Eaglettes, I stop with the cleanup man, it would be the first baseman, Case Davis. The pitcher will be Brody Thomas. He'll be batting fifth. Elijah Westbrook will play third base, hit sixth. The designated hitter will be Ashton Worley. He'll be hitting for Cameron Burke. The number 8 hitter is Braxton Vari. He's the left fielder, and batting ninth will be Miles McCullough. For the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats, leading things off and playing center field will be Warren East. Batting second will be Parker Free. He'll be the catcher. Batting third and pitching, Mr. Baseball himself, Mikey Teasley. Batting fourth will be the designated hitter, Joseph Webb. He'll be hitting for Noah Wood. Batting fifth will be Jaden Cheverton, the second baseman. Batting sixth, will be Carson Fagan. He'll be playing left field. Cam Welch will be playing first base. He'll be batting seventh. Max DeRigi will play third base. He is the 8th place hitter. And batting ninth will be Brooks Poteet. If I'm not mistaken, and I know, Dylan, you weren't with us, but I believe the home plate umpire is the same umpire that called back-to-back catcher interference calls against Oak Ridge up in Kingsport, which kind of lost us a ball game. I think it's the same guy. I'll ask Coach Ball here in a second if indeed that is the case, but he looks like the same guy, and I think Kevin McKeithen kind of told me that as well. I believe same guy. Back-to-back catcher interference calls, and hopefully that won't be an issue today. Obviously, Parker behind the plate. we're just moments away. Dylan, big ball game for the Wildcats. Wildcats can ill afford, obviously, to lose. They've got to win about 5 straight.
Yeah, it's a win-or-go-home situation for the Wildcats, and it's really a lot of pressure on Mikey, but he's two-time Mr. Baseball for a reason.
Well, I'm going to have to stand a little bit. We've got a better situation where we're sitting today, although the TSSAA, I guess they didn't want us to broadcast. They unplugged our power, and then they turned off our power, so we had to stretch a cord across about, 20 Oak Ridge fans sitting in lawn chairs along the front line. And we finally did get power, and we are just moments away from baseball here from Siegel High School. Right now, the skies are good. The Wildcats hoping to have good weather, but the forecast isn't great as we're about to get set here from Siegel. And let me get Caleb to finish out my bracket, and we'll kind of run down when people will play as we're about to get set. Stephen Bobo is the leadoff man, and I'm going to have to stand up for sure. We talked about this earlier as Mikey Teasley's on the hill. Went 5 for 5 last night, but now we need him to shut down the Golden Eagles of Shelbyville. As I said, I've seen them play so many times in women's basketball. First time I've seen them play in baseball. Mikey has the sign, and we are about underway. The first pitch is up high and outside a ball, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. You were right, Dylan. This is probably not the best place for me to watch the game. I might have to roam just a bit. Ball's hit on the ground, fielded by the Wildcats, and throw on the first, and out number 1 as Bobo is retired.
Hey, very good, that's it. I think it
Now batting number 14.
Batter now will be number 14, Blake Bone. He's playing shortstop for the Golden Eagles, whereas, as I mentioned, they're kind of powder blue jerseys. Mikey comes to the plate, pitches up high with a fastball, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Kind of an odd way of having to do this, but, I'm an old guy, but these guys will sit and I'll stand. That's okay. They need their rest. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out. We're just underway, top of the first inning. Live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Like we said before, we are recording these ball games, but we can't play the live video on YouTube because of TSSAA regulations. But from what I was told, the video stream from them had no audio on it except the sounds of the ballpark, and it kind of cut out. There's another called strike, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are set up just to the side of the Oak Ridge dugout. Mikey has the sign from Parker, working quickly. 2-strike pitch. Did he swing? They asked for up. Nope, he's out. That's a strikeout, and that is out number 2 here in the first inning. And the batter now will be Caden Peacock, the catcher. See Mason Guyman in attendance here, former Wildcat, played on a team that made it to the regional tournament, almost to the section, back in the early 2000s. Always good to see former Wildcats. And we've got a good community section here from people, some older group here that come to a lot of the home ball games and made the trip. Mikey's first pitch is a called strike. I know Mary McKeithen's probably listening to our broadcast today. They can hear Kevin, her son, barking out plays and clapping right in front of us. There's another called strike. This is kind of a weird way to do the game. No balls and 2 strikes. Mikey comes in, cut on a miss, and that's a swinging strikeout. And that is out number 3, so 3 up and 3 down. 2 strikeouts for Mikey Teasley. So the Wildcats will come to plate. The Wildcats will have their traditional order, at least in the top 5. It'll be Warren East, Parker Free, and Mikey Teasley. We appreciate Bob Schilling for broadcasting or helping our broadcast today and sponsoring the entire tournament while we are in Murfreesboro. We also appreciate Mike and Jeff Henderson for sponsoring it. We have other sponsors as well, but those guys have paid for this particular weekend, along with Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, the Oak Ridge class of 1989, Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge, Todd Fox and the Fox Insurance Group, East Tennessee Spine and Sport, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, the Fagan family, the Haddock family, Ed Hudson, Douglas Greenlee, John and Jane East, Bob Schilling, Mike, and Jeff Henderson. And I know many people have contributed to the boosters and the baseball program directly to pay for some of the expenses here at the state tournament. Sorry about that. Farragut will take on Nolensville today. That game will be at 12:30. Ravenwood is taking on Houston. Oak Ridge taking on Shelbyville. And I didn't see the final Collierville-Cookville as the Wildcats prepare to bat here in the bottom of the first. So Mikey gets him 1, 2, 3. And once again, congratulations on the Mookie Betts Mr. Baseball Award. Back-to-back years he has won that. And yesterday just had a phenomenal ball game, going 5 for 5 in the game. And he starts out well on the mound for the Wildcats. Warren's going to lead things off for Oak Ridge. The Wildcats need a good start. Oak Ridge fell behind yesterday 5-0, then scored 8 runs in the second inning, and finally fell. The Golden Eagles, or actually the Mustangs, scored 3 runs, and they won the ball game by a final score of 11-8. Gonna get me some more walking room here, Dylan, because I don't have a whole lot of room to see, honestly. Thank you. Appreciate that. As Warren East will lead things off for the Wildcats. You don't mind me pacing behind you, do you?
I don't know. I don't.
Warren East.
Warren leads things off. Warren was hit by a pitch and knocked in a run. Well, actually, he was knocked to score that run, and the bases were loaded when he was hit, and had a quiet night at the plate. And we hope to see Warren get going here today against Shelbyville. First pitch from their pitcher is up high, a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Got Dylan Woody and Caleb Riker doing our technical work right in front. Our camera guys are Oliver Poggle and Preston Fetters. Pitch to the plate is hit in the air. Right side, second baseman behind the bag, but it's the shortstop who calls him off and makes the catch just to the left of the second base bag, and that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Batting now will be Parker Free.
Number 2, Parker Free.
First pitch to Parker is a called strike, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Good crowd on hand here. A lot of Oak Ridgers have made the trip. Parker back in, ball ripped hard and foul down the left field line, and the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Okay, guys, for the second game, we are not setting up here. This is almost an impossible view to see as I look from left field. I'll have to watch our monitors. That pitch is up high, a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mikey Teasley is on deck for the Wildcats. Obviously, if you're just tuning us in, the TSSAA does not allow live video streaming. We do have the scoreboard up. Pitch to Parker is up high. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are recording the ball game and last night's game for eventual playback, but we can't do live video. That pitch is up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Parker Free. Mikey's on deck. Fans continue to file in to Siegel High School. Last night, Shelbyville just loaded the place in their game. Here's the pitch, cut on and miss, and Parker Free is a strikeout victim, and that is out number 2. Batter now will be Mikey Teasley. As I mentioned, Mikey went 5 for 5 last night in the 11-8 ball game, won by the Mustangs. They'll take on Ravenwood. In a minute, I'll run down what will happen, win or lose. Well, losing, the Wildcats are done. As their pitcher comes to the plate, and pitch just a little high and outside. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, we thought this was a good location when we set it up, just because of the closeness to the dugout. As Mikey takes another ball, 2 balls and no strikes. But I'm totally blocked by the team on the rail here. I'm going to have to watch our camera work just a bit. Mikey back in. Ball's hit foul, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Joseph Webb is on deck for the Wildcats. Joseph had a 2-run triple in that big second inning last night for the Wildcats, where they scored 8 runs. There are only 8 runs of the game. 2-1 pitch to Mikey. Almost hit him, high and tight. And the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. I feel like a singer just kind of walking around with a microphone, you know. 3-1 pitch is Down low, ball 4, and Mikey is the first base runner of the ball game.
Now batting number 24, Joseph Webb.
Joseph Batts, he's the designated hitter today. He is hitting for shortstop Noah Wood in the ball game. Mikey is being replaced on the base pass by Kipton Fagan. He'll be the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Mikey Teasley. Jaden Cheverton on deck for the Wildcats. He's moved up a spot in the lineup to the number 5 spot. Hit a 2-run home run last night. Joe steps in, right-handed hitter. First pitch to him is a called strike in the knees, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Little cloudy, but right now it doesn't look too threatening. The second game, we might have to deal with some weather. Kipton takes his lead off of first. No balls and 1 strike the count. Squares to bunt and does bunt it up the first base line, but it is going to be fair ball, and then they tag him out, and that is out number 3. Tried to bunt it up the first base line, but out. So neither team able to score in the first inning. We go to the second inning live here at Siegel High School, the TSSAA State Tournament on our YouTube channel Prep Radio, sponsored by Bob Schilling, Mike, and Jeff Henderson. We'll be back to Siegel High School following this timeout.
Washboard Wash and Fold offers services other laundry services can't do. Hotels, restaurants, and vacation rentals use our service for their linens, towels, etc. Our turnaround time is 24 to 48 hours, which frees up your time to attend to other business matters. Don't attempt to handle your laundry on your own when Washboard Wash and Fold is here to service your needs. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and we're closed on Sundays. Don't forget our after-hours drop-off chute. We're located at 113 Robertsville Road. Try us out today.
David Clary back here along with Dylan Woody, Caleb Riker, Preston Fetters, Oliver Poggle. We are live at Siegel High School, Wildcats, and the Golden Eagles of Shelbyville High School. It'll be Case Davis, Brody Thomas, and Eliza Westbrook, the scheduled 3 hitters for Shelbyville, wearing their powder blue jerseys. The Wildcats wearing their Cardinal tops, gray pants. Mikey Teasley got him 1, 2, 3, including 2 strikeouts in the first inning. His first pitch is a called strike at the knees. Shelbyville fans didn't like it. As I mentioned yesterday, of course, it's a work day. They just packed this place right before our game. The ball hit on the ground, up the middle, and into center field. That'll be the first base hit of the ball game. Ball just a little bouncing ball, which eluded the shortstop and the second baseman, and they've got their leadoff man aboard here in the second inning. Now the pitcher will be number 15, Brody Thomas. Defensively for the Wildcats, the first baseman is Cam Welch. The second baseman is Jaden Cheverton. The shortstop is Noah Wood. Max DeRiggi is the third baseman. Parker behind the plate. The outfield kind of the same. There's a called strike. It'll be Carson Fagan in left. The center fielder is Warren East, and the right fielder is Brooks Poteet. Quick throw over to first, and back to the bag he goes. Joe Webb is the designated hitter today. He is hitting for the shortstop, Noah Wood. Mikey from the stretch comes to the plate. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike, and the count is 0-2. Runner first, nobody out. We're in the top of the second inning here from Siegel. Mikey comes in, the pitch, fastball, a little bit high. Checked his swing and didn't swing, and the count is 1-2 strikes. The winner will play at 5 o'clock Central Time. The loser season comes to a close here in Murfreesboro. That pitch hits him. And the Wildcats have Shelbyville put 2 on. That time he hit batsman. And they've got him at first and second. And the batter now will be the third baseman, Elijah Westbrook. Oak Ridge fans giving encouragement to Mikey. Runners at first and second for Shelbyville. Squares to bunt and bunts it up in the air. Parker dives but can't quite get to it. Ball just eluded him just a bit, and the count will be no balls and 1 strike. Fans beginning to file in. Some students from the high school, obviously. I guess they skip school, unless they're seniors. Are they seniors, Caleb?
No comment.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 on. Scoreless ball game. We're in the second inning here from Siegel High School, the TSSAA State Tournament. Shelbyville lost to Ravenwood last night in a big way. The Wildcats lost 11-8 to the Mustangs of Houston. Mikey comes in, squares to bunt again, hits it right back to the pitcher. Mikey's going to have to throw him out, and he does, but a good sacrifice bunt for the Golden Eagles. The Wildcats had a little bit of I don't know if confusion is the right word, but there's 3 of them converged. Parker, along with Cam Welch and Mikey, and they threw him out, but they advanced their runners to second and third. That's the first out of the inning on the sacrifice. And now the designated hitter, Ashton Worley, is the batter. He's hitting for Cameron Burke in the Shelbyville lineup. First pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. If you just tuned in today, Mikey won his second consecutive Mr. Baseball award. Congratulations to him. Working from the stretch, runners at second and third to pitch. Good fastball there. 20th pitch of the ball game, and that's a swinging strike, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Righty versus lefty. 1-1 pitch. There's a called strike at the belt, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see if I like these shots here. Yeah, pretty good. Not bad at all. As 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mikey could use a strikeout right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Parker with a sign. The pitch, cut on a miss. That's a strikeout. That's out number 2. And that is strikeout number 3 for Mikey Teasley. And the batter now will be Braxton Vari. He's playing left field for the Golden Eagles. Runners at second and third. A single up the middle and a hit batsman, resulting in their runners. Mikey trying to work out of trouble here in the second. Pitch, cut on and missed. And the count is no balls and 1 strike. Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty is in attendance here, wandering around and pacing like I am as well.
Nice job, Mikey.
No balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third, as I mentioned. We have a scoreless ball game. Here's the pitch from Mikey. Another called strike, and the count is 0-2. Mikey trying to work out of first jam by either pitcher has had in this one. Has a sign from Parker. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bit low. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I mentioned, the umpire behind the plate is the same umpire who called 2 catcher interference calls against the Wildcats, Parker Free, when we were up in Kingsport. Hopefully that won't be a factor today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mikey adjusts his jersey, tucks it in to his pants. I don't know if he was instructed to, but well-groomed individual, and he prepares for a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Oak Ridge fans getting loud. You can probably hear them behind me clapping in unison. Here's the 2 strike pitch. The call strike 3. Go sit down. That is out number 3, and that is strikeout number 4 for Mikey Teasley. And the Wildcats get out of a jam here in the second inning. We are live here on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We appreciate Bob Schilling along with Mike and Jeff Henderson for sponsoring our ball game. Wildcats hoping to be in the 5 o'clock Central ball game later on today, but to do so, they have to win the ball game. This broadcast of Oak Ridge High School baseball on Prep Radio is made possible also by the Lawrence Hahn Golf Tournament, benefiting the Boys and Girls Club of Oak Ridge. Join us on June the 6th at the Oak Ridge Country Club for a great day of golf, food, prizes, and fun competitions like Closest to the Pin, The Longest Drive. Businesses and community sponsors are invited to get involved and help support local kids. If you'd like to learn more about sponsorship opportunities or how to sign up to play, contact the Boys and Girls Club of Oak Ridge at 865-482-4433. Tee it up for a great cause at this year's Lawrence Hahn Golf Tournament on June the 6th. Dylan, do we have anybody watching the ball game right now or listening to our broadcast?
Yeah, we do. We have Miss Thompson shouting me out. Says she's hopes I'm representing the class of 2028 well, which I am, I think. And we have Mikey's aunt watching from Chattanooga.
Jaden Cheverton leads off for the Wildcats. Jaden hit a home run last night. I talked to him before the ball game, and we were going to interview him after the ball game if indeed the Wildcats won the game. And I kind of chided him a little bit for not talking to me after the Farragut ball game. He said, "I got you next time." So hopefully we might get a chance to speak to Jaden Cheverton. He falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Shelbyville's ace on the hill. Wildcats have their ace on the hill. Jaden back in, 0-2 pitch to him. That's up high a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Scoreless ball game. The winner advances. The loser ends their season. Getting a little toastier as Jaden strikes out swinging. And that is out number 1 here in the 2nd inning. And the batter will be Carson Fagan. Brian Story listening to our broadcast up in Clarksville. He's part of our crew back in the day. Back then it was the WATO crew, not the Prep Radio crew like it is. Michael Friel's another crew member standing behind me. And Austin Crow will be here later. All guys that have been part of our crew in the past. And I've got 4 guys with me today: Dylan Woody, Caleb Riker, Preston Fetters, and Oliver Poggle. Carson takes one. A little outside, maybe a little low. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. I like this little tent thing we have set up over here, covering up so you can see. It makes a lot of sense. We've been in a lot of ball games where we haven't been able to see the screen because it's so bright. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. There's called strike 3. And that is out number 2. That is the 3rd strikeout for the Shelbyville pitcher, Brody Thomas. Cam Welch, the batter. Cam only got 1 at bat last night in the ball game against Houston. He bats from the left side. Spencer Goldmeyer, all-time leading rusher in Oak Ridge history. He's watching our ball game today. First pitch is a strike to Cam. Second pitch also a strike. He's just throwing BBs right down the middle. Wildcats have taken them. Cam behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Cut on a miss, and he strikes out the side. And Shelbyville retires the Wildcats 1, 2, 3. We go to the top half of the 3rd inning. We are live at Siegel High School. We'll take a break. Laura Lynn Green is one of our sponsors on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We'll be back to Siegel High School following this timeout.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
Ugh, come on, seriously?
This is so extra.
but what you could say is,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Get with someone who can actually help. Contact me, Agent Laura Lynn Green, today.
pbr.edu/start for more information.
Welcome back to Siegel High School. We're at the TSSAA State Tournament. Other people watching, Tommy and Martha Lee watching. The Calverts are watching in Oak Ridge as well. We got a good contingent of fans that have made the trip here to Murfreesboro to watch the Wildcats. This is an elimination ball game. Got to win. If the Wildcats were to fall, despite a great season, the Wildcats, I think probably if you ask the team, they would tell you that they didn't meet their expectations. So the Wildcats, the first time around against Thomas has been a rough one so far. He's been mowing down the Golden Eagles, but Mikey Teasley has also been almost as good as well. He's allowed a little bit more base runners, but he's also struck out 4 guys. Thomas has struck out 4. It's the number 8 hitter leading things off for Shelbyville, Miles McCullough. Apologize. He is the 9th batter in their order. He takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. Mikey struck out the last 2 batters he faced in the first inning, struck out the last 2 batters he faced in the second. The ball is hit foul and out of play. If you're tuning us in, you don't see any video. The TSSAA has exclusive rights for video streaming, although I've been told it's not great. Called strike 3, and that's out number 1. I understand that they don't have a broadcaster. Not that anybody wants to listen to me all the time, but they don't have a broadcaster, and it's just the video. So if you're watching the video right now, I encourage you to tell your friends and family to turn on our sound, and pretty much you can sync it up to the broadcast. Hopefully we won't bore you. Spencer says I'm boring people because I haven't brought enough energy. So you know what that means. That means it's time for me to pick on the umpires, right?
Yep.
My crew agrees. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch is hit on the ground. 1 hop to Cheeto. Fields it, and he does not make the tag. He went and dove for the base runner. Coach Free doesn't agree with the call, and we'll see. Of course, we've got the umpire behind the plate that called the phantom catcher's interferences up in Kingsport. Coach Free walks all the way out to the umpire. He's not going to change his mind. Cam didn't argue much, but Cam's not a very demonstrative guy, actually, so he's not going to argue too much. But Coach Free got his words in, and he'll return back to the Oak Ridge dugout. Blake Bone, the batter, he was a strikeout victim his first time. Another runner on base for the Golden Eagles. Good lead at first. Mikey with another base runner to deal with. He's worked out of trouble in the last inning. First pitch, not sure where that one was. Called it a ball. The older umpire behind the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. I can say that because I believe he is older than me. Mikey throws the ball away, trying to pick off the man at first. Rounding second, heading towards third. Tracked down. Here comes the throw. And he is safe in at third. So Mikey tried to pick off the runner and threw it, and there's a lot of foul territory here at Siegel, and he got all the way around to third, and that'll be a throwing error on the pitcher. And Mikey will have to work out of trouble once again. He does have 1 out here in the third, but they've got a runner at third, the top of the order. This is the number 2 guy in their order, Blake Bone. He tries to bunt it and bunts it foul. Off to the right and out of play. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. It's going to be another hot, steamy one. Hopefully not a hot and rainy one here at Siegel High School. Mikey has the sign from Parker. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just a bit high, perhaps. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Appreciate Bob Schilling and Mike and Jeff Henderson sponsoring our entire tournament as we are hoping for more ball games here, but the Wildcats have to win. Mikey comes in with a fastball, inside corner for a called strike, and that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. TSSAA has done everything they can to keep us from broadcasting. Obviously, we can't do the video. That's their rule set. But they unplugged our cord. Then they disabled the power. Ball's hit on the ground. 1 hop. It's going to go fair, and they score a run. They had no real shot. Mikey's hope was to let the ball go foul, and the runner would have to return to third, but he comes in to score, and the Wildcats trail 1-0. So the mistake at first when the Wildcats didn't get the out, then the throwing error, and then a little infield single, a swinging bunt basically, and Blake Bone is the base runner, and Shelbyville leads Oak Ridge 1-0, and Caden Peacock will be the batter. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Right-handed hitter, big lead. Tag is put down. Mikey tried to throw over to first. He did throw over to first, but not in time. Wildcats falling behind again. And they're somewhere only in the third inning. 1-0 our score. They've got a big lead at first. Here's the pitch. Down low, a ball. Mikey's had some traffic the last 2 innings. Got him 1-2-3 in the first. Gave up a single and then he hit a batter. This inning, he kind of, man. He was right on top of that one. Another, I don't know if it was a missed call or what, but they called him, looked like a great pickoff move. Looked like the runner was out at first. The Oak Ridge fans don't like it. And either way, you can't see it, obviously. From my vantage point, it looked like he was out. But can't worry about that as that pitch is outside. Mikey's got to just worry about the batter. He's behind now, 2 balls and no strikes. Winners move on. The loser ends their season. Wildcats trying to rally from a loss last night. Another throw over to first, and easily back to the bag he goes. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, 1 run in. Mikey checks the runner, the pitch, called strike, and the count is 2-1. Dylan Woody doing our scoreboard work. As you're watching up on the screen, you see the scoreboard. Dylan's handling that, and Caleb's assisting him with switching work on the video replays. That pitch is outside. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Mikey, 5 for 5 last night at the plate for the Wildcats. Got to settle down on the hill. He was 10-0 on the year and named Mr. Baseball. The Mookie Betts Mr. Baseball Award, named for the Nashville player who now plays for the Dodgers. Cut on and missed. And we got a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of Oak Ridge fans, like I said, have made the trip, working and encouraging the Wildcats as Mikey comes to the plate. Called strike 3, he'll go sit down. That is out number 2 in the inning. Second strikeout. He has struck out now 6 batters in the ballgame. 2 outs, 1 run in. Wildcats committing an error. They gave a hit to the man who scored. I guess they had to. I thought Cheeto had put the tag on him, or I don't know if he had time to actually get the tag down on the base. But good lead at first. Here's the pitch. Runner is going. Here's Parker's throw. A lot of time, and he is out. Parker free. Guns him out stealing, and that is out number 3. But the Golden Eagles of Shelbyville High School take the lead 1-0. We go to the bottom of the third inning here at the state tournament. Oak Ridge trails 1-0. And we'll be back to Siegel in a moment.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Welcome back once again to Siegel High School. Wildcats trailing at 1-0. Max DeRiggi leads things off for the Wildcats. He'll be followed by Brooks Poteet in the Wildcat lineup. Then the top of the order to Warren East. Wildcats down 1-0. And I would say that would be an unearned run. Max steps in. Max has got a pretty good batting average. That pitch is a ball, though, down low. Let's see if I've got Max's batting average here. He's starting at third base today for the Wildcats. 1 ball, 1 strike as we broadcast here from Siegel High School. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike or some kind of pitch, and it is a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Brooks Poteet is on deck for the Wildcats. Then Warren, as I mentioned, Max calls time. It is not granted. Max has to step back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to him is up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Max comes to the Oak Ridge program out from Guam. Lived his entire life in Guam and moved to Oak Ridge back in January, I believe. Member of the Oak Ridge team. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. The pitch hit well, hit deep to left field. Let's see, the ball is going to drop in for a base hit. That's the first hit of the ball game. Max, anytime Max plays, he contributes, and that is the first hit of the game for the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats. Brooks Poteet is the batter now for Oak Ridge. One of the bad things about working outside is the wind takes my stats away. As Brooks steps in, he's number 9 hitter in the lineup. He squares to bunt, missed it. Here's a quick throw down to first base and almost got away. Nice backup by the second baseman, keeping it from rolling into right field. Brooks came into last night's game at .252 on the season. He has 2 home runs, knocked in 21 runs, has 27 hits, now 28 with his hit yesterday. Tried to bunt that first time, missed it. Nobody out. Tying run at first in the person of Max DeRiggi. Working from the stretch, he squares to bunt, hits it right back to the third baseman, who fields it, then can't field it. All hands are safe. Wildcats will have runners at first and second, and nobody out. Here comes the top of the order. Shelbyville has taken a lead, so he fielded it cleanly and then just dropped it. And he's on base. They rule that to be an error on the third baseman. And back to the top of the order we go to Warren East. Warren popped out to the shortstop his first time. Warren came in at .353 on the year, 4 home runs. He's knocked in 34 runs, has 49, sitting at 49 hits on the year. Quick throw back to Max, and he is safe. Shelbyville fans thought it was an out. We've had disagreements with the umpires last night. Both sides did. Both teams have been a little bit vocal in this one early on. 2 on, nobody out. Top of the order, Warren East batting. Yet to receive a pitch from Thomas, big rangy right-hander. Shelbyville wears all blue. DeRiggi takes his lead off of second, squaring the butt, and Warren hits it foul up the third base line. Got to get Warren going. Warren's been a catalyst for our offense the last several years. Fouled that one off. I see my old English 8th grade English teacher here, Lynn Berkey. Good to see him in attendance. As once again, yes, don't say it.
I didn't know you could be older than your teacher whenever you're in school.
Warren steps in, no balls and 1 strike. Squares the bunt again, hits it foul into the stands and over the top of the press box. No balls and 2 strikes. Warren will return behind. He struck out 3 times, which is totally unusual for him for sure. Yeah, Coach Berkey was a longtime assistant coach for Jill Pruden, and he's in attendance here. But he was my English teacher in 8th grade. No balls, 2 strikes. Warren East will be followed by Parker Freed. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Pitcher steps off the mound and gets Max to return to the bag. Wildcats, as I mentioned, nobody out. Wildcats down 1-0. Warren back in. No balls and 2 strikes to him. Here's the pitch. Squares the bunt, gets it down this time to the pitcher. Nobody covering the bag, and he is safe. Bases loaded. Infield single for Warren East. The Wildcats have the bases loaded for Parker Free. A great bunt with 2 strikes. He got the ball down, and then the pitcher fielded it. He looked over, and the first baseman had come crashing in, tried to field it himself, and there was nobody, and then a head-first slide by Warren, and he's on base with a base hit, the second hit of the inning. Bases loaded for Parker. Free stands in. Picked up an RBI yesterday. Had an infield single. Pitch to him is hit well. Hit deep to center. It is going to be caught. Tagging Max DeRiggi. He throws the ball away, and the Wildcats should have scored. Here he comes. Here's the throw, and we're tied. Sacrifice fly. RBI. Maybe. The throw came in from center field and went over the top of the catcher, and we are tied at 1. Wildcats were able to advance the other runners at second base. The Wildcats have Brooks. Actually, Brooks Poteet is the runner at third. Warren is at second. And here comes Mikey Teasley. 1-1 our score. We're in the third inning. Here's the pitch. Mikey takes one up high. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, Coach Berkey here. He was a longtime assistant coach, and I think he just retired coaching basketball, probably about 50 years probably. Good to see him here. 1 ball, no strikes to Mikey. That's ball 2. 1 run in. 1-1 our score. Winner advances to play later today, 5 o'clock Central Time. I guess that would be 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Mikey back in. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch. Ball 3. Up high. I don't think he wants to have anything to do with Mikey Teasley. Mikey went 5 for 5 last night. His last at bat in this ball game, he walked. Mikey steps back in. 3 balls, no strikes to him. Senior commit to the university. He actually signed with the University of Tennessee. The pitch to him. He hits it well. Foul down the left field line. A little bit out of my view. Just a long strike. He had a 3-0 green light. And the count now is 3 balls and 1 strike to Mikey Teasley. Joseph Webb is on deck. Oak Ridge with a couple runners in scoring position, with the lead runner being Brooks Poteet at third. Warren East is at second base. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Mikey. Hits the ball foul. Coming back over the top of the press box and well out of play, heading towards the concession stand. And now the pitcher, Thomas, has worked a 3-ball count, 3-0 count to a 3-2 count. Mr. Baseball stands in once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes to him. Hit means 2. Here's the pitch. Mikey rips it into center field. That's a base hit. 1 run in. Coming around third. Here comes the throw. And it's going to be not in time. And Mikey will head to second. And he's in there. 3-1 Oak Ridge. The Wildcats score. Mikey Teasley with a double. Maybe a single and advancing on the throw, but either way, Brooks Poteet, Warren East scored, and it's 3-1 Wildcats. Once again, Mikey Teasley now 6 for 6 in this tournament with a walk. 2 more RBIs, and the Wildcats have the lead 3-1. Batter now will be Joseph Webb. The Wildcats still with a man in scoring position, only 1 out. We're in the third inning. Joseph steps in, the pitch to him. Oh, hits him in the head. And he flips his bat our way. Dylan Duck for the bat coming his way. And the Wildcats will have runners at first and second. And let's see, we're going to have a pitching conversation with their coach. Let's take a quick break, Caleb. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back to Siegel, 3-1 Wildcats. We'll be back in a moment.
For the past 12 years, Oak Ridge native and physical therapist Donnie Sharp has been helping this community using his hands-on approach to physical therapy. Donnie and his staff at East Tennessee Spine and Sport will address your specific needs in a kind and caring manner. Treatment of neck pain, back pain, and many other orthopedic issues are their specialty. If you're hurting, they can help. Call East Tennessee Spine and Sport today at 888-5431 to schedule your appointment, or visit ESTTNSPINESPORT.com.
Welcome back once again to Siegel High School. Jaden Cheverton batting now for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge has runners at first and second. Mikey Teasley, another double. Spencer Gomar just texted me, why pitch to him? Well, that's the result that happened. I'm glad they did. Here's the pitch to Jaden. He takes one down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Carson Fagan's on deck. I know his grandparents, both sets, are listening to our broadcast down in Texas. The Fagans and the Haddocks. Sorry we missed you the other day at graduation. My Atlanta Braves job took me there, and I wasn't able to see you. I apologize for that. Jaden takes one for a called strike, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cumulus clouds beginning to form a little bit towards Murfreesboro. We need to get out of here and get this game done. Doesn't look like quite like it's going to rain right now, but it's expected to later on in the day. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jaden. A throw back to first and back to the bag. I believe that's probably Kipton out there at second base. Runner at first is Joseph Webb. Jaden Cheverton, the batter. 3 runs in for Oak Ridge. The Wildcats have the lead 3-1. Stephanie Thompson watching our broadcast, and there's classrooms at Oak Ridge High School who are listening to our broadcast right now. So students, walk out of class. Come on out. Come to us tomorrow as a pitch to Jaden. Checks his swing. They asked for help. He did not swing, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Shelbyville, known for their girls basketball. Probably some good baseball teams over the years as well. Not as familiar with that as I am with their girls basketball program. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runners fake going. Jaden takes a strike. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-1 Wildcats as we play here in the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Siegel High School in Murfreesboro. Thanks for tuning us in. We appreciate Bob Schilling and Jeff and Mike Henderson for sponsoring our broadcast today as we do radio work on YouTube. We are recording it for playback later as Jaden takes one outside, a quick throw, and back to the bag he goes. Count is full. Actually, it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Thank you for tuning in our broadcast on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We've done a little over 40 ball games this year, Oak Ridge baseball. That's obviously the most we've done ever. Jaden steps back in, right-handed hitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. Pitch, hit hard. Down the left field line, that's a base hit. Rounding third, here comes another run. Kipton Fagan is in. It's 4-1. And the Wildcats, Jaden Cheverton steps up again for the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge leads it by a score of 4-1. Jaden Cheverton, the hits just keep coming for the sophomore, and Oak Ridge has the lead 4-1. Kipton Fagan scores the run for the Wildcats, and here comes Carson Fagan. Wildcats will have runners at second and third. 4 runs in for the Wildcats here in the 3rd inning. 4-1 Oak Ridge. Carson will bat. Right-handed hitter. He'll be followed by Cam Welch in the Wildcat lineup. Pitch to Carson. Hit foul. Out of play over the top of the Shelbyville dugout. And out of play on top of the Siegel Fieldhouse. Beautiful facilities here, all on one campus. The school, nothing against them. It looks like a prison, actually. But the football field's nice. Just all this, the softball and baseball facilities are nice. Carson swings and he misses. Ball bounces away, and the Wildcats are going to score another run. It is 5-1. Carson swung at the pitch. It bounced out of the catcher's mitt, rolled about 15 feet away from him over toward the Shelbyville dugout, and Oak Ridge scores another run, and it's 5-1 Oak Ridge here in the 3rd. Wildcats have had 2 big innings in this tournament, an 8-run second inning yesterday, 5 runs so far in this one. All started with the leadoff hit by Max. Max is hoping to bat once again here in this inning. The 0-2 pitch to Carson, fouls it back to the screen. Wildcats still have a runner at third, I do believe. I cannot see. We are not going to sit here the next game. I can't see. Dylan can't see. Caleb can't see. The umpires can't see. 5-1 our score. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Carson. He hits it in the right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Another run scores. It's 6-1 Oak Ridge. In the score, Jaden Sheverton, RBI single for Oak Ridge's Carson Fagan, and the Wildcats have put 6 runs on the board here in the 3rd inning to lead it 6-1. Really good hitting. Here's another one of these huge innings for the Wildcats, Caleb.
I just hope we can keep this up the rest of the game, David. That would be awesome, and then maybe we can get out of here early before the rain.
With Mikey Teasley pitching, you feel pretty good about a 6-1 lead, but in the state tournament, every team is good, so you can't rest at all, as we saw yesterday with an 8-5 lead. Cam squares to bunt, runner at first. He's going. And a delayed throw, and he's going to be out. Kind of a delayed throw, and Carson is caught stealing. And that is out number 2. And Cam will step back in for the Wildcats. 6 runs in for Oak Ridge here at the state tournament against the Golden Eagles, who lost to Ravenwood yesterday. Cam back in, the 1-strike pitch to him. That's up high. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. It is hot and muggy. I don't know, guys. I don't know about your all's room, but my shower was about as pathetic as it could be at the hotel. Ball is hit in the air, right field. Right fielder calls for it and makes the catch for out number 3. But a very productive inning for the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats. They score 6 times, and they lead Shelbyville 6-1. We go to the top of the 4th inning. We're live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We'll be back to Siegel High School following this timeout.
You've worked hard to build your business, and we want to help you protect it. The team at Fox Insurance Group believes your business deserves the expertise of a local insurance agent. With business insurance from Todd Fox at Fox Insurance Group and Encova Insurance, you can make sure your business stays up and running no matter what happens. If you own a business, make sure it's fully protected by contacting Fox Insurance Group. Visit www.grayfoxins.com or call 865-482-0513.
Siegel High School, as he needed something, a little rosin bag to kind of dry off his hands a bit. They've got runners at first and second. 2 outs. We're in the 4th inning, the top of the 4th. Oak Ridge on top 6-1 over Shelbyville. Once again, Mikey Teasley. We apologize. We had a little break in our stream. A pitch at the belt. Called a strike, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Yeah, it's always good to see my 8th grade English teacher in attendance here. But my crew just told me that how in the world is your teacher younger than you were? That they call me old all the time. So they're saying that I'm older than you. It's that fountain of youth. That's what Coach Berkey says. As that pitch was a ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at second and third now for the Golden Eagles. 6-1. Mikey needs to get through this one, get a shutdown after the Wildcats put 6 on the board. He contributed to that as well. Mikey comes to the plate. Fastball. Ooh. And that's a called strike, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 6-1 Wildcats. The Wildcats will hope to play in the 5 o'clock Central Time ball game today. I would assume Joseph Webb. People are asking me if we lost the stream. And Dylan, are we back on?
We're back on, I think.
Okay, good. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll check that in a second during the break. Teasley has the sign from Parker. 1-2 pitch. That's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is Braxton Vari. He struck out his first time. This is the number 8 hitter in their lineup. Dylan Caleb working the technical side of things here at the state tournament, along with Preston Fetters and Oliver Poggle. Mikey has the sign. Here's the pitch. Hit foul. Out of play. My phone is going crazy, so hopefully they're telling us that we're either back on or not on. So we'll check that. Dylan's looking at my phone as we speak. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mikey Teasley, back-to-back Mr. Baseballs. The Mookie Betts Mr. Baseball this season, as I mentioned. 2-2 pitch. Way outside. He's 1 pitch away from perhaps loading the bases. After getting the first 2 guys with ease, he's now up to 60 pitches in the ball game. We're in the fourth inning in a 6-1 ball game. The Wildcats on top. Mikey takes a deep breath out on the hill, working from the stretch, wearing those orange and black shoes, maybe orange and white. Mikey comes to the plate, outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So Mikey might be getting a little tired. They went to hit before at Page High School, and he was 5 for 5 last night, and Coach Ball wants to talk to him. Let's take a quick break, Caleb Riker. We'll send it back to you. 6-1 Wildcats. When we return, Shelbyville will have the bases loaded. We'll be back in a moment.
Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge is proud to be a family and locally owned, full-service pre-owned car dealership. You have the option to take your vehicle anywhere for collision repairs, and we will work with your insurance company. Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge is a Napa Care Center, and our service department is here for all your automotive maintenance and repair needs. Our rental fleet offers a variety of vehicles, from economy cars to passenger vans. Get your next in at Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge, Elizabeth Beard, ORHS Class of 2001. Check out our inventory online 24/7 at sextonautos.com.
Welcome back once again to Siegel High School. Bases loaded for Shelbyville. Mikey comes in, pitch way outside. He's kind of lost his control a little bit. He's facing the number 9 hitter in their lineup, Miles McCullough. He struck out his first time back in the third inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Mikey's pitch, hit in the air, foul, off to the right side. And Cam Welch gives it a look, but it's out of play. Cam is playing first base today. The second baseman is Jaden Sheverton. The shortstop is Noah Wood. Max Origi is playing third base. Carson Fagan in left. Warren East in center. Brooks Poteet in right. Parker Free behind the plate. Mikey Teasley with a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Here's the pitch. Did he swing? They call a strike anyway. It was a high strike. Might have gotten away with one there. It looked a little high. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oak Ridge fans trying to encourage Mikey. He's thrown now 70 pitches. Now they want to keep him at around 75 perhaps. They do have the lead. He needs to get this guy out though. Bases loaded. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. I'm not sure where that one was. He might have been the makeup call from the previous pitch because I didn't think that was a strike. That one looked pretty good. And the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mikey has a sign once again. 2-2 pitch. High and tight. Full count. Danger of walking in a run. Strike zone, the last 2 pitches have shrunk from the guy who called 2 catcher's interferences against Oak Ridge up in Kingsport. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Mikey, no place to put this guy. 3-2 pitch. Cut on and missed. He'll take a seat in the dugout, and that is out number 3. The Wildcats face a bases-loaded situation, but Mikey Teasley rings up McCullough, and that is out number 3. And Mikey continues. He's had 2 strikeouts in at least every inning in this ballgame. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Here at Siegel High School, the Wildcats of Oak Ridge lead the Shelbyville Golden Eagles by a score of 6-1. My name is David Clary, along with Dylan Woody, Caleb Riker, Preston Fetters, Brooks Poteet. And Dylan, I'm going to ask you to read this for me.
This broadcast of the Oak Ridge Baseball on Prep Radio is made possible by the Lawrence Hahn Golf Tournament, benefiting the Boys and Girls Club of Oak Ridge. Join us June 6th at Oak Ridge Country Club for a great day of golf, food, prizes, and fun competitions like Closest to the Pin and The Longest Drive. Businesses and communities sponsors are invited to get involved and help support our local kids. If you'd like to learn more about our sponsorship opportunities or how to sign up to play, contact the Boys and Girls Club of Oak Ridge at 865-482-4433. Tee it up for a great cause at this year's Lawrence and Hall Golf Tournament on June 6th.
TSSAA does not allow video live streaming. We are taping these ball games with our 3-camera action. We won't be able to show them until after the tournament is over, and but they don't allow live streaming, so we're just doing the audio version. We're glad to bring it to you. I know we had over 1,000 people, including a lot of people who turned on the video stream, which has no talking on it, has no commentary. They just were able to watch the video, and they were talking. In fact, one of the guys, actually a couple guys, came up to me today and say they listened to the game last night, and synced it up to the video, which is I think it's a little over $13 for a month to get the network, but there's no commentary. But you do get to see the action. Wildcats lost last night 11-8, trying to get back in the winning side of things and move on in this tournament to play either Houston again or Ravenwood. I know Spencer Gomar, if he's still on the air with us, listening to us, I know he has some fond memories of the Ravenwood team back in the 2005 state championship game. Probably Max is going to lead things off for the Wildcats. Max started off the inning well. Got a base hit, and anytime Max seems to bat, Max is a pretty solid hitter. Doesn't get to play a whole lot, but he will. He's, I believe, only a freshman. I believe is Max a freshman? Sophomore. Okay. That pitch comes inside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. He's a good catcher. He's played third base as well for the Wildcats. He'll be followed by Brooks Poteet, then the top of the order in Warren East. Max 1 for 1 in the game. He takes one up high. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes. I would assume his family in Guam is listening to our broadcast today. Trying to save some room. The mothers are moving drinks over to the players. It is hot and muggy. I am sweating profusely. I just got to look at Warren's hair. He's got the bleach blonde look, but he's got some black stars within that hair. Last year I thought Jaden Cheverton had the best hair. And I haven't really looked at Jaden's hair this year. Last year he had the kind of the spots, like leopard spots on his bleached blonde hairs. Max takes called strike 3, and that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's what I said. I haven't seen Jaden's hair. That's who I wanted to say. Have you seen his?
I haven't. It's tiger stripes.
It's tiger stripes. It's like a tiger print on the back of his head.
Okay. Good to know. I told him he had the best hair last year. He told me during the offseason, either one. Thank you. Thank you very much. Michael Friels just brought us something to drink. Out number 1. Brooks the batter. Brooks Poteet, that is. Brooks reached on an error his first time, little play up the third base line. Fielded cleanly at first, but then couldn't hold on to it, and he reached base safely and came around to score. Pitching for a strike. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. He got one for me. I asked him for one. So Brooks Poteet back in. That one's high and tight. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, you should have asked him. I asked him for one. Dylan's dying over here of thirst. I feel bad. You can drink it if you want. You know, I'm much older. His ball's hit on the ground, first base side. Takes a funny hop. It's a race to the bag, and that is out number 2. So Brooks Poteet is retired, 3 unassisted. And the batter now will be Warren East. Warren had a bunt single his last time, also popped out to the shortstop. He has 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Boy, this blue Powerade's going to be good. It's going to be really good and kind of quench that thirst here. Don't you think so, Dylan?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that one's nice and cold, too. And the pitch is called a ball, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Warren East, the batter, hits from the right side. Lefty comes to the plate, hit foul over to the Oak Ridge dugout. And into it, everybody's safe. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-1 Wildcats as they bat in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Warren back in. Pitch to him. Cut on and missed.
Oh, that's good.
Warren East back in. Pitch to him. Way up high. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Warren had a bunt single, as I mentioned, his first time. Pitch to Warren, hit foul at the plate. And the count remains at 2-2. Nobody on, 2 outs. Wildcats up 6-1 over Shelbyville. Trying to advance to the 5 o'clock Central ball game. Against either Houston or Ravenwood. The loser's season comes to a close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Warren takes ball 3 up high. Michael's bringing more drinks to us. And he'll take the grape. Michael, thank you.
Got to take care of the football guys, Dave. You guys are doing a good job. Make sure you're hydrated over here.
Thank you a lot. Member of our crew back in the day. Warren takes call. Call strike 3. And that is out number 3.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 State Championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Welcome back once again to Siegel High School. Sorry, still having a little voice issues here, trying to work through those. They'll go away eventually, especially with a 6-1 lead. Stephen Bobo leads things off. He scored a run his last time, had a single. He was the guy on base when the Wildcats threw a wild throw over to first and came around and eventually scored their only run. At the time, they were up 6-1. First pitch by Mikey Teasley is a ball. 74 pitches now for the two-time Mr. Baseball. That pitch, down low, a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. He had a little control issue his last inning. He's up to 75 pitches. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air, foul. Off to the left side and out of play. It's good to see so many people here attending the ball game from Oak Ridge. Community guys, family guys. Even a teacher here. Yeah, a couple teachers. Alan Etheridge, Mr. Mosby, I guess he's the photography teacher as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the order. 5th inning. Pitch, hit foul. Back to the screen. And the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bobo will be followed by Bone and then Peacock in the Shelbyville lineup. 2-2 pitch from Mikey Teasley. Hits the ball on the ground, foul. Up the third base line. Before we came here, we went on a trip to Walmart. A couple things stood out to me. I saw Oliver and Preston's lightsabering fight. The ball is hit softly, third base side. Max fields it, has time, but not in time to throw across, and he is safe. Ball is hit softly, another little swinging bunt, basically. Max came in hard, but couldn't throw him out, and that is a leadoff single. Shortstop Blake Bone, the batter. He struck out his first time, had a single and an RBI. He's the guy who scored Bobo and was caught stealing to end that inning. Oak Ridge fans making noise too. That's Coach McKeithen. That's Coach Kevin McKeithen. I'm sure his mother, Mary McKeithen, is watching, listening to Kevin's voice. Throw over to first, and back safely he goes. Of course, both teams bleach blonde their hair. That's a state tournament thing, not just in Tennessee, but where I am in Georgia, they do the same thing. There's a pitch outside, and the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah, I see a lot of little bleach blonde guys, and I can tell they've been to their respective state tournament. We're live on our YouTube channel, thanks to Bob Schilling and Mike and Jeff Poteet. That pitch is outside. Mike kind of losing his control a bit. Gave up a couple base runners in the previous inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Another throw over to first, and easily back to the bag he goes. Another throw over to first, and Cam puts the tag on him, but late. And the count remains at 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first. We're in the 5th inning. 6-1 Wildcats. Mikey comes in high. Struggling a little bit. And now the strike zone. And he falls behind. 3 balls and no strikes. That is his 82nd pitch of the game. Mikey is 10-0 on the year. Obviously, as I mentioned, he won the Mr. Baseball award again. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike, and the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Mikey won it over a couple of East Tennessee guys, Travis Brummett Jr. and a guy from Jefferson County, and I apologize, I always forget his name for whatever reason, but ball's hit well to right field, and that is going to be caught by Brooks Poteet and almost doubled up. Great play out by their Oak Ridge right fielder, Brooks Poteet. Came in, dove for it, picked it up off the ground, and that is out number 1. And he tried to get the ball back in to first to double off the runner, but that is the first out in the inning. So Bone is retired to Poteet, and the batter will be Caden Peacock. Caden is 0 for 2 in the ballgame. He has struck out 2 times in the ballgame. Runner at first base, 6-1 Wildcats, 5th inning. Pitch, cut on and missed. Has no balls and 1 strike. I'm looking at Jackson Gary's hair right now. He's kind of got the spots, very similar to the way Jaden had his hair last year. Ball's hit in the air. That should be out number 2. Should be easy work for Warren East, and he's got it out in center field. A little fly ball out, and that is out number 2 here in the 5th inning. Batter now will be Case Davis. Davis had a single his first time. He also flew out to Warren East his last time. 6-1 Wildcats as we play here at Siegel High School against Shelbyville. Last couple of years of the state tournament, we were at Oakland High School. I actually prefer the facilities at Oakland. Nothing against Siegel here, but a lot of undercover. We were undercover a great deal, and the rain were to come. Mikey throws over to first, and back to the bag he goes. Appreciate all you people watching between the innings. I'm going to hand the mic to Dylan Woody. He's going to tell us where you perhaps listening to our broadcast. I know we've got people at the high school in classes where you guys should be, at least where you should be. Caleb's graduated. Dylan's out of class. Excused. We appreciate the administration for helping us out there, getting my crew. I've got young guys at the high school, and then one old guy here. He's out of school. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, pretty pitch there by Mikey Teasley. Took something off of it. And the count is 0-2. Coach Ball signals in the play to Parker, who both he and Mikey have it. No balls, 2 strikes. Parker with a sign, the 0-2 pitch. That's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, our camera guys in the bleachers, we got Oliver Poggle and Preston Fetters. They're kind of just enjoying the ball game. Here's the pitch. That's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 89 pitches now for Mikey Teasley. You know, the Oak Ridge fans working, giving encouragement. Joe Webb's mother brought a nice little tent to sit out of the sun. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Call strike 3, and that is out number 3. So we get through the 5th inning. The Wildcats on top by a score of 6-1. We are live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio, thanks to our sponsors. You can see at the bottom of the screen who have been our sponsors most of the year. Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, the Oak Ridge High School class of 1989, Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge, Todd Fox and the Fox Insurance Group, East Tennessee Spine and Sport, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, the Fagan family, the Haddock family, Ed Hudson, Douglas Greenlee, John and Jane East, Bob Schilling, Mike and Jeff Henderson. Bob Schilling and Mike and Jeff Henderson have paid for our entire tournament. We cannot pay that. We don't have a rights fee to pay for the audio only, but they have paid for all of our expenses and our expenses to the TSSAA, which just even we can't do video. But we still have to pay a rights fee, which is kind of different. I wish they would get in the 21st century, but that's just me. We are live at Siegel High School. Oak Ridge taking on Shelbyville. We'll be back in a moment.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
Ugh, come on, seriously?
This is so extra.
but what you could say is,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Get with someone who can actually help. Contact me, Agent Laura Lynn Green, today.
Welcome back once again to Siegel High School. It'll be Parker Free leading things off. Kids and teachers cheering on the Wildcats while working on projects at Robertsville, longtime home of Lynn Berkey and Mrs. Friel. So we appreciate David Scott, former Lady Wildcat head basketball coach, watching his classroom today at Robertsville Middle School. Parker leads things off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the 5th inning in a 6-1 ball game. Lefty headed to Vanderbilt, throws a strike, and he's ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, we were told that this guy is going to play baseball at the Vanderbilt University, I guess, easier way to say it. 0-2 pitch to Parker, hit foul. Back to the screen and out of play. Dylan, you like sitting in the sun?
No, I don't like sitting in the sun.
Well, here we are. Any place we go, we've been everywhere, and nobody lets us in the press box. Parker fouls it back to the netting once again. There actually, as compared to Alabama, there's actually people in the press box working, which is a little bit different from in Alabama.
Much different. There was just one guy up there, and he was not very friendly.
Parker back in, no balls and 2 strikes to him. Pitch to him, that's up high and outside. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hearing a rumbling. Hopefully that's not thunder. It's not. It's a truck going down the road. Parker Free back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes to him. Timeout is asked for by Parker. Steps out. Parker had a sacrifice and an RBI his first time. Takes a high pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Parker also struck out his first time. It'll be Free, Teasley, and Webb, the scheduled hitters, and Coach Travis Free's lineup. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Parker. That's down low, a ball. So after falling behind, no balls and 2 strikes, he's worked the count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mikey had a double and 2 RBI his last time. He also walked his first time. Pitch to Parker. Cut on and missed. And that is a strikeout swinging. And that is out number 1 here in the 5th inning.
Now batting number 3, Mikey Teasley.
Here's Mikey once again. As I mentioned, he doubled his last time. Mikey has 6 consecutive hits for the Wildcats, plus a walk. As he steps in, he doubled in 2 his last time. He's showing the state of Tennessee why he was selected as Mr. Baseball. 6 hits in 6 at-bats and a walk. That's pretty incredible. He fouls the first pitch off to the right side and out of play. Count is no balls and 1 strike. We should have been smart like Joseph's mother to bring this little canvas tent to our right. Pitch to Mikey. Takes the ball, and the count is 1-1. The winner plays at 5 o'clock Central Time against the winner of Houston and Ravenwood. They'll play immediately following our ball game. Mikey takes a pitch out of the strike zone, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. The comfort of Mr. Roseby over here, he's got a little tent to shield his computer. He's got a little chair. It's got a top over the top of it. As Mikey hits the ball on the right side and right at the line, the catch is made in foul territory for out number 2. So that's the first time Mikey has been retired this first 2 days of this tournament. And that is out number 2. And the batter will be Joseph Webb. Joseph was out first base unassisted his first time and was hit by a pitch. He bats with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Darker clouds moving in. We still are in bright sunlight, but there are some darker clouds coming from our west as the pitch to Joe is called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. We got to figure out if we do have to play in the rain, where exactly we are going to set up as Joe hits the ball softly up the third base line, but foul. Yeah, we've streamed over 40 baseball games. We did about 70 basketball games, and unfortunately only 11 football games.
I don't want to talk about it.
Joe back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Pitch to Joe. Hit on the ground. High hopping ball to the shortstop. He's got some time. No time at all. It's an infield single. The ball took a huge artificial turf bounce, and by the time the shortstop was able to field it, Joe was able to scamper down the first, and that'll be an infield single for the junior. And the Wildcats have another base runner, and the batter now will be Jaden Cheverton. Jaden knocked in 2 runs with a double his last time, struck out the first time, hit a home run yesterday, I think his first as a Wildcat, at least on the varsity level. Right-handed hitter, swings and misses, little half swing, and the count is 0-1. Breeze is picking up a little bit. Guys, we got to get through these next few innings quickly. It's getting a little darker towards the west, but not bad. We're still okay. We bought 2 tarps. I was going to tell you about what we did at Walmart earlier. The labor lightsaber fight between Preston and Oliver was epic. I mean, it was epic. We went there to buy a couple tarps, too. That's why we went, actually, just in case. And I hear a rumbling. That pitch is another called strike to Jaden, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, I remember Vashon Knowles and I were here a couple years ago, and we had some considerable rain delays, but the field was better where we played at. It was more undercover for us, so we didn't really get wet as we waited it out. Here, there's no place to go. Jaden hits the ball to right center field. Is it going to drop? Yes, it is. That's Jaden Cheverton. You know it's going to drop. He's got another single, and the Wildcats have runners on the corners. Jaden just continues to hit the ball well. He doesn't do much. He just puts his bat out there, and it's another hit for Jaden Cheverton.
unless it's yesterday and whenever he got that home run.
And the Wildcats have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Jaden has another base hit. And the batter will be Carson Fagan. Carson had an RBI single his last time. Also was a strikeout victim. He bats with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. 6-1 Oak Ridge. Right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch to Carson. Takes a strike on the inner half of at the knees, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. On deck is Cam Welch. He'll be batting. Playing first base today for Oak Ridge. Wildcats have had contributions from just about everybody, just like last night in the 2nd inning, that everybody has contributed as that pitch is cut on a miss by Carson. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. 5 o'clock, the Wildcats would play, if they hold on and win, the winner of the Houston Ravenwood ball game. Oak Ridge lost last night to Ravenwood 11-8 after leading 8-5. Here's a pitch to Carson. Cut on a miss, and that's a strikeout, and that is out number 3. So we go now to the 6th inning here at Siegel High School. The Wildcats on top by a score of 6-1. Let's take a break. Send it off to our engineer, who is Mr. Caleb Riker. Oak Ridge on top 6-1. We'll be back for the 6th inning in a moment.
You've worked hard to build your business, and we want to help you protect it. The team at Fox Insurance Group believes your business deserves the expertise of a local insurance agent. With business insurance from Todd Fox at Fox Insurance Group and Encova Insurance, you can make sure your business stays up and running no matter what happens. If you own a business, make sure it's fully protected by contacting Fox Insurance Group. Visit www.grayfoxins.com or call 865-482-0513.
Brody Thomas.
Brody Thomas leads things off for the Golden Eagles. He is 0 for 1 in the ballgame, was hit by a pitch. He'll be followed by Elijah Westbrook, then Ashton Worley in the Shelbyville lineup. 6-1 Oak Ridge as we play here in the 6th inning. We're going to ask Mike Kelly exactly where we're going to eat lunch today. Mike, where are we going to eat lunch today?
We are going to the Slick Pig. I think you have an endorsement with them, if I'm not mistaken.
I wish. That's great barbecue places. We've gone many times when we've gone to the state baseball or basketball tournament. Mikey's still pitching for the Wildcats as we play here in the 6th. He's got a 2-ball, 1-strike count on the leadoff man, Brody Thomas. Ball is hit, foul, and out of play. Shelbyville just a little bit, I guess, west of Murfreesboro. Been there before for basketball back in the day when their girls basketball team was the dominant team in the state. Called strike 3. He'll go sit down. That is out number 1 here in the 6th inning. Let me count out the strikeouts from Mikey.
Number 7, Elijah Westbrook.
That is 10 strikeouts now for Mikey Teasley. Mikey trying to go 11-0 in his senior year. He's right at 100 pitches. That pitch is hit foul and out of play. He is sitting right at 96 pitches in the ballgame. So this will be it for him, probably, this tournament. Mikey throws a good breaking pitch there, a little out of the zone. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Thanks for tuning us in on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Appreciate all of our sponsors, including Bob Schilling and Jeff and Mike Henderson, who have paid the fee for our tournament visit here to Murfreesboro. Thank you very much. And all the people in the Oak Ridge community who have contributed to the expenses for the baseball team. You know, you talk 25 players and 5 or 6 coaches and a whole group of people down to a tournament. It cost some money. The Oak Ridge community stepped up with some contributions, and we appreciate you all. 2-2 pitch. Oh, boy. Looked good. Looked like strike 3 from my vantage point, but, you know, I'm just the old broadcaster here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Elijah Westbrook back in. Right-handed hitter. They're wearing kind of a stout guy. He's not real tall, but he's kind of stout. Mikey delivering his 101st pitch, and that is called strike 3, and he'll go sit down. Strikeout number 11 for Mikey Teasley. And the batter now will be Ashton Worley. Worley struck out his first time, walked his last time. Their run is an unearned run. 2 outs, nobody aboard here in the 6th inning. Wildcats leading at 6-1. The Wildcats scoring all their runs in 1 inning like they did last night. They had an 8-run second inning. Last ball game, they had a 6-run third inning in this ball game. Cut on and missed. Mikey ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Trying to close it out with a flurry. That was his 103rd pitch. That's Coach McKeithen once again. His mother Mary watching, I'm sure. That pitch is up high, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kevin was a member of our crew way back in the day, along with Michael Friels. A couple old guys here were in our crew back in the day. Cut on a miss, strikeout number 12, and that is out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Wildcats trying to hold on and win their first game of the 2026 State Baseball Tournament. Oak Ridge leads it 6-1, and we'll be back to Siegel following this.
Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge is proud to be a family and locally owned, full-service pre-owned car dealership. You have the option to take your vehicle anywhere for collision repairs, and we will work with your insurance company. Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge is a Napa Care Center, and our service department is here for all your automotive maintenance and repair needs. Our rental fleet offers a variety of vehicles from economy cars to passenger vans. Get your next in at Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge, Elizabeth Beard, ORHS, Class of 2001. Check out our inventory online 24/7 at sextonautos.com.
Welcome back once again to Siegel High School. Camden Welch leads things off for the Wildcats. Cam today 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to right field. Left-handed hitter. First pitch to him is a check swing. They ask for help, and they say he went around. The count is 0-1. Getting a little cloudier, a little breezier. Pitch to Cam is another called strike in the knees. Wildcats on top 6-1, trying to close it out. Mikey at a little over 100 pitches. As the pitch comes in to Cam, that's a ball down low. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thank you for listening. We are recording these games for video. We're live on the audio. TSSAA does not allow us live video. That pitch is all the way back to the screen, but we are recording it for with our 3 cameras for later replay. Hopefully somebody will watch that. Hopefully after about 5 straight wins and a state title. Of course, in the losers bracket, a little tougher. You got to face a few more teams. Cam swings and he misses, and that's a strikeout swinging. And that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Wildcats 3 outs away from a victory. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mikey come out and close it out. I mean, he's over 100 pitches, but he's done for the rest of the tournament, so might as well close it out with a flurry as Max steps in. Max has had a good ball game. He led off that inning. That pitch was up high, but called a strike. Max is 1 for 2. Started that 6-run inning with a single. He started that inning. Takes another strike. The umpire's getting tired. Pitch was out of the strike zone, but he called it a strike, and the count is 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Max swings and fouls it back to the screen, and the count is 0-2 still. I'm pacing around. Been able to, our vantage point, we thought it was a good spot to be out of the way from our fans, but it ended up being a bad spot for us to see. Max back in. 0-2 pitch to him is up high. And the count is 1-2 strikes. Brooks Poteet is on deck for the Wildcats. There's 1 out in a 6-1 ball game. Max back in. 1-2 pitch. That's up high. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wildcats came here with a mission. That's to bring home a state title. Made it a little bit more difficult with the loss to Houston last night, but still very much possible with this team. A talented group, obviously, as Oak Ridge fans know. 2-2 pitch to Max. Hit foul over towards the Shelbyville dugout and out of play. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Max back in. Dylan falling asleep at the controls. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I got him up early. Ball's hit well by Max to center field, and it's going to be another hit for Max Ridge, and the Wildcats will have a single. Max with his second hit of the ball game. The ball was hit deep, and Max continues. Whenever he gets a chance to play, Max makes things happen, and that is a 1-out single, and the batter now will be number 9, Brooks Poteet. That is pitch number 102 for their pitcher. Brooks the batter. Let's see, we're going to have a little conversation. The catcher, I think they're going to have a courtesy runner. It's going to be Andy Hudson coming out of the Oak Ridge dugout. Andy's going to get a chance to play. Kipton's been running a little bit for the Wildcats, but now Andy's going to run for Max. Max gets a good round of applause. Couple hits. The guy just shows up and does his work and gets hits. He's got a good arm. He's going to be a good player for the Wildcats in the future. As once again, Brooks Poteet will step back in. No count on him as of yet. 1 out. The Wildcats up 6-1. Trying to win this ball game here at Siegel High School against Shelbyville. All the way back to the screen, and Andy's headed to second. No throw, and the Wildcats have another runner in scoring position. Shelbyville lost last night to a very good Ravenwood team. Caleb, they were a tough-looking team, weren't they?
Yeah, they were all big. They all looked like they had a family of 4 waiting for them at home, too.
And they'll play Houston right after this ball game. Brooks has RBI opportunity here with a runner at second, 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch to the plate. Brooks takes a strike at the knees. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Houston won their game last night 11-8 over the Wildcats. Oak Ridge trying to get their second win, their 5th ever win at the state baseball tournament. 1-1 pitch to Poteet. Good stop by the catcher. It bounced about a foot in front of the plate. And he made a nice stop, and that keeps Andy Hudson at second base. Left-handed throwing pitcher for the Golden Eagles, wearing kind of really light blue, like Carolina blue almost. That pitch is a called strike at the knees, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. On deck is Warren East. See, Warren has a single to his credit today. He'll be batting next. Brooks trying to get on base here. He had a infield single his last time. He hits the ball foul. Coming back out of play onto the softball field behind us, and the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, there's several classrooms listening to our broadcast today. Welcome, Robertsville, Jefferson, and Oak Ridge High School classrooms listening to our broadcast today. Good to hear from you all. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch, cut on and missed, and that is a strikeout. And Brooks Poteet is out number 2. Back to the top of the order we go to Warren East. Warren is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Had a single, flew out to shortstop, and struck out his last time. Warren stands in, runner at second. That's Andy Hudson, 6-1 Oak Ridge. Warren, the leadoff man in the Wildcat lineup. Pitch to him is hit, foul. Out of play over towards the first base side, and the count is 0-1. Well, we didn't have to use the tarps, yet in this ball game, but we did get to see the epic lightsaber fight.
Yeah, that was impressive.
That's Dylan Woody. Keep putting him on the spot. And he responds. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Cut on and miss. And the count is 0-2. Max has had a good day. He has a couple of hits in the ball game. Appreciate our new friend from Guam. Like I said, when he comes in the game, he just makes things happen. He's going to be a fine player for us, only a sophomore. Warren back in. The pitch, that's up high. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're not able to do live video, as we said. We keep saying that because people keep asking. TSSAA has exclusive video rights, but we are recording the ball game on our normal way. Warren back in, 1-2 pitch. Hit foul. He's barely got a piece of it. Hit it back to the screen. And the count is remaining at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Between innings, I'm going to hand the mic to Dylan and see what any action on the chat. If people are picking on me, picking on Dylan, want to know about that lightsaber fight in Walmart earlier this morning, or whatever they want to know, we'll answer any question. Ask Dylan a question. He's going to be a safety on the Wildcat football team. Warren hits the ball well, but let's see how well it is. It's to deep center, but the center fielder makes the catch for out number 3. So the Wildcats 3 outs away from a victory here at Siegel High School. We are at the state tournament. Dylan, what's going on the chat?
We have Dylan Skeen's grandparents watching from, actually they're driving back from CT, I don't know where that is, Connecticut back to Tennessee. I'm sorry. And then we have, of course, the Fagan family cheering on, Kipton and Carson Fagan. They're both doing really good. People are saying the video is blurry on the NFHS stream, so the video is blurry on the other stream. Well, that's why our stream's better. And then we got Ben George watching from the Realty office. That's all, David.
Yeah, Jason Johnson's telling me that best I've ever sounded. Of course, he's at the beach. He's showing a picture of the ocean, and he's listening to our broadcast there. So, yeah, I can imagine that being a great place to listen to an Oak Ridge ball game. Wildcats coming out. Let's see. It is going to be Mikey Teasley in the top of the 7th inning. Shelbyville down 5, 6-1. Wildcats trying to hold on and win their first game at this tournament. Wildcats won a couple games last season at the tournament, hoping to work their way out of the losers bracket. Last year, Oak Ridge lost to Clarksville in the first game, then beat Blackman, then Green Hill, then lost to Clarksville. The Wildcats trying to keep on winning and try to hold this one where it is at 6-1 as the 7th inning gets underway. We'll have a post-game show afterwards. It looks like we'll be able to, it's getting closer, but hopefully we'll beat any bad weather. This is the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the lineup. Mikey, pretty pitch there. Called a ball. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Very inconsistent is this umpire from Upper East Tennessee. Pitch, there's evidently a strike. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. He's not very demonstrative with his calls. Sometimes I have to wait to see if the pitch is called a ball or a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Cut on and missed. Mikey has 12 strikeouts in the ball game, and he's up to a little over 100 pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mikey has the sign from Parker, and the 1-2 pitch. That's ball 2 outside. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ben George watching our ball game. Of course, Ben is. Ben, valuable member of our crew. Did several ball games for us on the air. Called strike 3 and swinging, actually. And that is strikeout number 13 for Mikey Teasley. And more importantly, that is out number 1 in the 7th inning. Ben tells you to read the full message next time you read about the golf tournament.
I did. That was everything on the paper.
Ben criticizing from afar, but that's okay. 1 strike pitch. Here comes a 2 strike pitch. As he swings through that one, the Wildcats strike away from their second out here in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Mikey, a little outside. And the count is 1-2. Got a good turnout of Oak Ridge fans. The winner will play at 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern time for you Oak Ridgers. That ball is hit in the air, or in the air to right fielder. Brooks Poteet makes the catch for out number 2. So the Wildcats 1 out away from a victory here at the state baseball tournament. Appreciate you listening to our broadcast today. We're definitely moving to a different location. You have any suggestions?
In the press box, or back where we were last time, maybe.
Maybe in the middle. The Shelbyville guys will be gone, so we might be there. As Mikey has to come out of the ball game with a pitch count, and Coach Free is out. His teammates are halfway out. Here comes Mikey Teasley off the mound, and Mr. Baseball, 2nd year in a row, comes out of the ball game, and what a performance. If this is the last time Mikey pitches in an Oak Ridge uniform, couldn't have done anything better. A 6-1 unearned run is the only run against him today, and he comes out to the applause of his fans and his teammates, and the Wildcats will change pitchers with 2 outs. Let's take a quick break, Caleb. We'll be back. Wildcats on top, 6-1. We'll be back in a moment.
For the past 12 years, Oak Ridge native and physical therapist Donnie Sharp has been helping this community using his hands-on approach to physical therapy. Donnie and his staff at East Tennessee Spine and Sport will address your specific needs in a kind and caring manner. Treatment of neck pain, back pain, and many other orthopedic issues are their specialty. If you're hurting, they can help. Call East Tennessee Spine and Sport today at 888-5431 to schedule your appointment, or visit ESTTNSPINESPORT.com.
Appreciate Bob Schilling along with Jeff and Mike Henderson. The Wildcats on top 6-1. 1 out to go, and Shelbyville's season will come to a close, and the Wildcats will enter the final 6. The other teams to be determined later on. Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, the Oak Ridge class of 1989. Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge, Todd Fox and the Fox Insurance Group, East Tennessee Spine and Sport. Mike Kelly with Bessie Coleman Realty, the Fagan family, the Haddock family, Ed Hudson, Douglas Greenlee, John and Jane East, Bob Schilling, Mike and Jeff Henderson. Our sponsors, we've had a lot of other people anonymously donate money to us as well. Oak Ridge leads it 6-1. 1 out away from advancing in the state baseball tournament. Tri Sharp comes in, one of the 5 seniors on this team. Trice pitched a little bit last night, and he'll try to close it out for the Wildcats here against Shelbyville. Leadoff man, Stephen Bobo. And tries the side winder. Here's the pitch. That's down low a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So Mikey pitches into the 7th inning, 6 2/3 innings. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed throwing Tri-Sharp. The pitch hit foul. Coming back to the right side, Oak Ridge gives it a look at left field, but Carson runs out of room, and that is just a long strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Wildcats 1 out away from advancing. Last year the Wildcats beat Blackman and Greenhill at the state tournament before losing to Clarksville. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 straight years the Wildcats have been at the state tournament, trying to work their way out of the lower bracket. As a pitch outside, it's hard to do it. But the Wildcats have a lot of depth, and they've been working on depth all season long, so we'll see how that plays out for them. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mr. Baseball has proven himself to be Mr. Baseball at this tournament. 6 hits in the series. The ball's hit on the ground. Shortstop, deep short. Noah Woods got it. Here's the throw. It's not in time, and they've got a man on base. The ball was hit kind of softly. Noah did his best, but couldn't get the ball across in time, and that is an infield single for Shelbyville. So they have life with 2 outs, and the batter will be Blake Bone. Bone is 1 for 3, a strikeout, a single, and a fly out to right field. Tri-Sharp, senior. The Wildcats have 5 seniors on the team. 5 of their 25 are seniors. This is one of them. Tri-Sharp trying to close it down here at Siegel High School. And here's the senior's pitch. That's a called strike on the inner half of the plate. And the count is no balls and 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike. Tries to Sharp's pitch. Hit to the second baseman, Jaden Sheverton. He fields it, he throws, and the Wildcats win. Oak Ridge wins the ball game by a final score of 6-1. So Oak Ridge will move on. Shelbyville's season comes to a close. Another fine year for the Golden Eagles, but the Wildcats prevail 6-1. A 6-run third inning was the difference in the ball game for the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge will move on to play in the 6 o'clock Eastern time, 11 or 5 o'clock Central time ball game against either Houston or Ravenwood. Oak Ridge wins it 6-1. Caleb, Wildcats have had 2 innings in these first 2 ball games where they've scored all their runs. An 8-run inning yesterday, a 6-run inning today, and the Wildcats win.
It's great that we can score a lot of runs in 1 inning. It definitely helped having Mikey out there too. Just absolute shutdown pitching tonight, or this morning. We'll have Joe pitching later tonight. Am I correct about that? Yeah. Hopefully more shutdown pitching tonight.
13 strikeouts for Mikey Teasley. He is now 11-0 on the year. More importantly, the Wildcats season continues here at the state baseball tournament. Some of the highlights for the ball game, I'll run those down. We're waiting to have a post-game show. We'll have some interviews. It is getting dark, so hopefully it won't last too long, just in case. Warren East had a single in the ball game. Let's see, Parker Free had a sack and an RBI. Mikey Teasley had a double and 2 RBIs. He also walked. Joseph Webb had a single, was hit by a pitch. Jaden Sheverton a double and 2 RBIs. He also had a single. He was 2 for 3. Carson Fagan had a single and an RBI. Cam Welch played in the ball game, was 0 for 3. Max DeRiggi, 2 hits in the game. And Brooks Poteet also scored a run, reached on an error and scored a run. But the Wildcats had that 6-run inning, and the key, obviously, is, as Caleb said, Oak Ridge had a really good performance again by Mr. Baseball, Mikey Teasley. The Wildcats win it by a score of 6-1. Waiting for our post-game show. We'll be back here at Siegel High School, weather permitting, later on today. There'll be a 6 o'clock Eastern time game, 5 o'clock Central time against either Houston again or Ravenwood here at this high school. Shelbyville season comes to a close. We're going to play an extended break here once again, and we wait for our post-game show. Oak Ridge wins it 6-1. We'll wait for our interviews in a moment. Oak Ridge wins 6-1. We'll be back on our YouTube channel in a moment.
You've worked hard to build your business, and we want to help you protect it. The team at Fox Insurance Group believes your business deserves the expertise of a local insurance agent. With business insurance from Todd Fox at Fox Insurance Group and Encova Insurance, you can make sure your business stays up and running no matter what happens. If you own a business, make sure it's fully protected by contacting Fox Insurance Group. Visit www.grayfoxins.com or call 865-482-0513.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Welcome back once again to Siegel High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The Wildcats victorious 6-1. Let's see. He's going to make me proud. Jaden Cheverton is going to come. He told me before the ball game that he'd come over and talk to me. Jaden, another really good game for you. A couple hits, a couple RBIs. Let's talk about last night first. Is that your first career home run as a Wildcat?
Yes, sir. It felt great. I mean, it was surreal. I'd never done that before. I mean, I didn't even know it was gone off the bat, and then everyone started raising their voices, and then I knew, and it was just awesome.
And, of course, last night you lost the ball game, which kind of puts you behind the eight ball a little bit, so you had to come back today and win the ball game. What was the mindset of the team after last night's loss and coming into today's game?
I mean, our mindset was really just to attack early, which we didn't really do until, like, the third inning, so I'm glad that we put up all those runs the third inning.
You've had two innings where you've scored. You had an 8-run inning yesterday, a 6-run inning today. I'm sure you'd like to kind of spread them out a little bit more, but today it was all Mikey Teasley too. Once you got those runs, I thought it was over.
Yes, sir, I did too. I had all the confidence in the world, and Mikey has been great for us, I mean, all season, so his consistency carries us a lot of the time.
I talked to you earlier in the year, and I talked about the growth that you've made, not physically, but just as a player. And right now, you're swinging a hot bat, maybe one of the hottest hitters on the team. What have you done in the offseason to make you the hitter you are becoming here in your sophomore year?
I mean, Coach Free, he works us hard. We did this thing called the Murfreesboro Challenge, which, really got us together as a team, and having the team behind me to support me really helps. And then, we hit every day. We focus on the right things every single practice.
You've got another ball game later on today. You've got the that was Mike Kelly in front of our camera there just for a second, but you got another game today. Hopefully, it's getting dark here. 5 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Time against either Houston or Ravenwood. What's your mindset going into that?
Same thing, attack early. Let's try to spread out the runs instead of just put it in one inning, and then we're going to have all the confidence in the world in Joe to go out there and throw a great game.
You have any family watching that you might want to say hi to?
I do. My mom and dad and brother all came down.
Anybody watching on this? Well,
yeah, my grandparents are watching on the film, and yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Jaden. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Jaden Sheverton. We're waiting for Coach Free to join us here. About all the other players, there's Mikey. I don't know if we'll get a chance to talk to Mikey. It is getting really dark here. We don't want to hang out too much longer. Let's get Mikey here if he'll come over and talk to me for a second. Mikey Teasley, 13 strikeouts, an unearned run. That was about it. And here comes Mikey Teasley. If that's the last time he gets to pitch in an Oak Ridge uniform, it was an epic one. And he'll take a seat next to me. Mikey, first off, congratulations again. I don't know if this is the last time you'll pitch in a Wildcat uniform. I don't know that you've pitched a lot of pitches here. I don't know if you can come back. If we make it to Friday, are you eligible or are you done?
Nah, I'm probably going to be done. I think Coach Free left me in there, and he told me, he was like, this is going to be it. So I was like, all right. So I knew I had to come out there, at least give us a chance to win, and that's what I did.
You're not, I mean, you're a confident guy, but you're not overly cocky. But you have shown the state these last 2 days that you're Mr. Baseball. I mean, 5 hits yesterday, another big hit today, a couple RBIs. 11 wins now on the year. It looked like when I was watching you on the Mr. Baseball, it didn't look like you thought you were going to win it for the second. So you looked very surprised when they called your name out.
Yeah, 100% was. I was not expecting to get it back-to-back, but, I mean, I knew I had the stat lines for it, and I knew the team has helped me and put me in a good situation to where I can get it, because at the end of the day, I can't do it without them. And I just left it up to God and everything he had, and I trusted him, and that's just what I got the opportunity to get it again.
Shelbyville, a team that not a bad team. They hit the ball some. What was working best for you today?
I was definitely able to get the fastball by them, so that helped my curveball play off of it. So I'd say those were probably my two go-tos, and that's what I was doing all day was just curveball, fastball, and it was working. So
one thing that I would like for you guys to do in the next ball game today is quit scoring runs just in one inning. 8 runs last night in one inning, 6 tonight. Let's kind of spread them out a little bit.
I know, we're trying. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we're going to settle in after we get back to the hotel. We're going to settle in, and we're just going to sit down, talk as a team, get together, and understand the assignment with the next game going ahead, because it's a must-win game, and every game from now at this point forward is must-win. So we need to lock in and get it not just one inning, but we need to get it the whole 7.
Yeah, last night you kind of put yourself behind the 8 ball just a bit, so you have to win. I mean, you're going to have to find pitching depth wherever you can find it, and hopefully we'll make it to Friday. What's the mindset of the team going into that?
Mindset is win. All we do is, obviously we know we can't lose, so the mindset's just win and compete and be a competitor. Like, don't let them get you out, and no matter what, that's been the mindset this whole time, all playoffs. So, I mean, you got to be aggressive at the end of the day, and I feel like the reason why we aren't scoring as much down the stretch is because we've been passive in some innings.
Mikey, I appreciate your time. Good luck. Congratulations on Mr. Baseball. But take that Dodger jersey off and throw it in the trash.
Yes, sir.
That's Mikey Teasley. Wildcats win today, 6-1. See if Coach Free's going to join us here, if he's serious. Well, okay. We are going to have to pack up quickly because it is getting dark. Appreciate Mikey taking some time. Coach Free's going to join us here. We'll make it kind of quick. Coach, got behind, well, proverbial 8 ball, I guess. I've said that a couple times with the loss last night to Houston team. So you've been in this situation before us 3 years in a row. Last year you won a couple games before losing to Clarksville. Got to find, and one of the things you've done this year is you've worked on depth at the pitching, and so you've got that. And I know, but makes it a little bit harder though. But you came out and responded real well today. Came back and scored 6 runs, and you win it 6-1, and you're still alive.
Yeah, I mean, just survive, right? That's what we keep saying, one game at a time. Just try to find a way to win the one in front of you and turn around and try to win the next one in front of us, right? And so, I like to think that as the tournament kind of goes, that we have some depth, that we can kind of do that as we go there. And we've shown sparks and signs that we're going to really hit So we just got to, at some point we're going to have to carry the load on offense. We're going to have to be able to do that. But Mikey was electric today, as per usual for him. I mean, pretty cool to see. I mean, I know that I don't like to talk about it, but he's breaking every record that we have on the pitching side. I mean, he just set a career record for wins. He's got the career record for strikeout that it was his own that he beat again. So good for him. And, that's just what you do, and that's what he does. And so that was big for us to survive. Now the weather's going to be an issue. The weather's going to be an issue here in this game here in the next little bit. So, tough teams and tough kids will try to find a way to overcome and survive down the stretch. But it was good for us to get a win.
Do they have any provisional plans if it does rain?
I have not heard those yet. I think they're just going to kind of wait and see how it goes. But I'm sure, you remember last year we missed a whole day, but yet they still finished on Friday. So they'll just kind of push those things into tomorrow. It looks like the rain is going to happen this afternoon into early morning and then kind of move out in the morning. So then, good news, we're on turf. They'll probably crank this thing up and have to play multiple games tomorrow to get it to Friday is my guess. But we'll play it hour by hour, minute by minute, and I'll try to communicate it as much as I can. But right now, we got our game in. We got a win under our belt. Now we'll go get off our feet because the heat was an issue today. It was a real issue, and our guys are soaking wet. We got to go get them out of these clothes and down, lay down horizontal for a little bit to get off their feet. So that's the plan, and hope to get back this evening and play another one.
Jaden Sheverton, another big game for him. The whole team contributed. But I'd like for you to score in multiple innings instead of one inning. You had 8 last night and 1 and 6 tonight.
Yeah, 14 runs all in one inning, both of the last night and tonight, which is kind of crazy. You don't see that all the time. But, Jaden is on fire right now and playing at a high level. And, big for Max to get in there today and be able to get Joe off his feet because Joe's going to have to throw. And so just those things were important for us to do. And then he gets 2 big knocks. So big for our team and big for our depth and big for our future as well.
Coach Free, I appreciate it. Good luck tonight if you get to play.
Yeah, let's go. Roll Wildcats.
Wildcats win it 6-1 over the Shelbyville Golden Eagles. That about does it. We appreciate all of our sponsors, including Bob Schilling, along with Mike and Jeff Henderson. Appreciate our crew. Preston Fetters, Oliver Poggle, Caleb Riker, and Dylan Woody. The Wildcats win it 6-1. That's our final score. The Wildcats scheduled to play at 6 tonight, Eastern Time. Hopefully they will. Until then, or tomorrow, this is David Clary saying so long, everybody.